Hello everyone. So this video is potentially going to be very disorganized. There's a lot of things that I just want to ramble about, but the main inspiration for this video is this trip that I'm leaving for tomorrow. And that is going north to a little college town in Arizona called Flagstaff. It's somewhere between 7,000 and 8,000 feet in the mountains, so we'll be in the pine trees. It's going to be green. I may need a sweater at some point. And the best part of it all is we're going to be staying in an Airstream. An Airstream trailer. I don't know anything more about it other than it belongs to some friends of my partner's and they're letting us stay there for free. They usually rent it out. So my partner is going up to get his wilderness first responder recertification rather. You have to recertify every 3 years. And so he's going to be doing that all day for a couple days. And so I'll drop him off in the morning and pick him up in the evening. But that leaves me with a whole day to myself to play in the woods, to play in the most adorable little college town, and to play in an Airstream trailer. I'm bringing a typewriter for sure. So I wanted to share with you how I'm going to be packing my purse. So usually my purse is extremely minimal. It has a wallet. It has, actually I've showed a video before. It's an old video, but it's basically exactly the same. Journal, pen, wallet, cell phone. Those are the basics. I don't like a lot of clutter in my purse, but when I travel for the weekend, I like to take a bigger purse and load it up with more things. So I will be filling up this beautiful Coach bag that I found at a thrift store in Minnesota last summer. This has been a really wonderful travel bag. I love having this purse as a travel bag. I've said that so many times now, I think. So the first thing that we'll load up into this bag is this little plastic folder that I forget where I found it. It may have been from Yoseka Stationery online. It's a High Tide brand A5 size folder. On the inside is all of my A5 loose paper that I use for typewriting for my journal. So that'll be the first thing that goes in there. Then, of course, I will need my typewriter journal that I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to stuff, to be honest. I actually really like this clear cover. I've considered buying just the spine and making a leather cover, and I might do that in the future, but I don't know, there's something about this clear plastic cover that really appeals to me. I think what I'll do is I'll actually hole punch paper before, so I don't have to travel with a hole puncher, because that just seems ridiculous. I will also be taking the book that I am currently reading. This is a nonfiction by Kate Summerscale. I actually just finished reading a book of hers called The Haunting of Alma Fielding. I had to just double check because it's right there on my desk. And I really enjoyed her writing. I really enjoyed the story. And so I kind of wanted to read another book by her. And my dear friend purchased 2 books from her as get well presents after I got out of the hospital. So I'm excited to read this book. That's something I should add to the list. When I'm in the Airstream, in the mountains, I want to read. Of course, my wallet, an extra face mask. I have this little zip-up bag which has lotion, my Opinel pocket knife, and this little zipper pouch that I've shared before. Actually, I have to return a key. This has nail clippers, this has keys, this has cartridges that I actually don't need because I won't be taking the pen that will require them. Chapstick and another little lotion tin. I don't know why I have so much lotion right now. Oh, and another thing that I decided to add after the fact is a sample vial of the ink that my pen is currently inked with and a little rag. So that way, should I run out of ink, I will not be stranded in the mountains without a fountain pen. My little earbuds. And then a handkerchief. I'll just stuff that in there for now. Last but not least are two new things. This is what I'm most excited to share with you right now. For several months now, I have been wanting to make a black folio for one of my journals. I hadn't decided what size to go with. I toyed with a pocket and an A6 and a B6 and finally settled on an A5, which is what I've been using for the past couple of weeks. And without further ado, here it is. I'm so excited about this. This is going to be something that I will sell in my Etsy shop when it's all like refined. I just want to spend a couple of days with it to make sure I like all of the elements. There's some things that I definitely won't be doing next time. I won't be doing this stitch here, but I will continue to do the stitching here and have the little rivet there, which I think just is a nice reflection of the brass button on the front. And really, I think that's the only thing I want to change. I like the size. I like this pattern a lot. It worked out really well for the Leuchtturm A5 journal. There's not a lot of like extra wiggle room. It's a nice snug fit. I like this closure. I've been wanting to work with these little button closures for a long time as well. And it is really nice looking. It's not too bulky. It doesn't poke out that much. So when your journal is laying flat, it's not too terribly invasive. And it's really easy to open and close. It's just, yeah, it's as simple as that. So I'm very excited with how this turned out. And this leather feels very similar to this beautiful coach leather. It has the same texture just about. Maybe it's a little bit softer. The coach might be a bit grainier. And then with some scraps, I made a single pen pouch. And I had a bunch of wool scraps that I've been collecting from making the bigger pen pouches. And I had some scrap leather, and I decided to make this. I don't always travel with multiple fountain pens, and when that is the case, like carrying a bigger pen pouch for a single fountain pen feels a little silly. So it's nice to actually have a single for once. And the pen that I have been rocking is my Parker Duofold Deluxe Junior from around 1929. It's an old pen, and it's a beautiful pen. And honestly, this is what really pushed me over the edge to finally make this folio cover, because I have been dreaming about working with this leather for a long time now. And it just, having this beautiful black and pearl celluloid pen from 100 years ago, just that was a big source of inspiration, and I just feel like they complement each other really nicely. So yeah, that's it. Those are the last things that I'll be taking with me. Well, aside from clothes, of course, but yeah, that's the last things that I will be jamming into this very full purse. All right, so hopefully I'll film while I'm in an Airstream, because that's pretty darn cool. Thank you all for watching. Bye.